Good evening, folks. Welcome, one and all, to another Saturday Night Live with me, Cliff, aka Fox and Outdoors. Don't really have much of a topic tonight. Probably just going to be open chat. Might be talking about gardening, might not be. I don't know. It'll be what it'll be. Let's get this muted. Hopefully I won't be able to hear myself. Hey, TD Knives, how's it going? We got Daniel tonight, or is it Tiffany, or is it both? Good evening, Grace. How are you doing this weekend? Or today? How's everybody's week so far? Ah, sweet. I got both today. Woohoo! Lucky me, I get Daniel and Tiffany. Got my trusty ice water over here. Only be doing one beverage later tonight because, frankly, I just did not feel like going to the store and buying more stuff. Yeah, I kind of got screwed last week. Somebody decided to tell me, oh, go ahead and have a third one, and then bailed on me the second I poured it. And I noticed my camera's going blurry. I don't know why I decided to do this all of a sudden. See if I can force it to focus. Squeaky chair. It's going to be one of these days. All right, let's solve this real quick. There we go. Alrighty. I do not know how long we are going to go tonight. Might be a short one just due to the fact that I'm running on about an hour and a half of sleep. Maybe 2 hours max. Could not sleep for the life of me last night. So here we are. I almost actually passed out about 3-4 minutes before this live started. I closed my eyes for a second and face planted the desk. So there's that. I do got my snacks for the day. Ate most of them, some of them yesterday, but I do got my snacks. I am squared away for tonight. I've got beef jerky. Still got my little snack, my dehydrated snack bites, which is kind of fun. Those just sit over here. I got chocolate. I'm now down to half a container of honey roasted peanuts. And just about out of cheese puffs, man. In like 3 days, I've eaten almost this whole thing. And then I got my Sun Chips, the honey barbecue. These ones taste weird today. For some reason. I don't know why. I got a little bit of my beef jerky. I feel like I'm just showing off snacks. But that's pretty much what I have. And then I've got some hot Cheetos and then another bag of the garden salsa Sun Chips. I actually like the garden salsa ones. Those are actually really good. I usually get 2 bags of those, 1 bag of something else, and then another bag of something else because they're doing the buy 2, get 2 free. So I've been stocking up on snacks. I shouldn't have. I made the mistake after getting the cheese puffs. That was my downfall. So found out that the snacking really is what's killing me. Well, not physically, but why I'm struggling with this. I was doing really good until I bought the container of cheese puffs and snacks, and then yeah. Probably something I should not have done, and I kind of regret doing it. So Yeah, they taste really good. Like they've got a really good flavor. They're not overwhelming. They don't really taste like salsa. I don't know. It's hard to explain how they taste if you've never had them. But if you've eaten them, you know what I'm talking about. They're really addicting. Hey, Jason, how's it going? Good to see you. When we get a chance, we will have to talk about that particular item more in depth. But yeah, as of now, my store does not carry it, and none of my stores, none of my home improvement stores are doing any sort of winter sales. Usually, they do clearance sales on old product just to get it out so they can stack all the new stuff, and nothing. Went by the particulars yesterday, which we talked about, and then yeah, went by to Home Depot today after work, figuring, oh, I can maybe see if they got stuff. They got nothing, man. Last year I got lucky. I was picking up cases of stuff for like half off. I was picking up mulch for like $2, $3 a bag, and they're normally like $4, 4.50. I was picking them up for like 2.50 a bag. I picked up an astronomical amount of, what was it? Jesus, not fertilizer. It was potting soil. I picked up like 20 bags of that. I think I spent like $30 on all of that. Like, so yeah, I ended up with like $200 worth of soil mix and all of that stuff for dirt cheap. But nothing this year. Haven't seen a darn thing. So I'm still looking every now and then because I would really like to get some more stuff. I mean, the bags of the brown mulch are pretty cheap. They're like $4 a bag, and they're like 2 cubic foot of mulch. So they're not too bad. And they break down pretty quick. Um, I know technically they're dyed, but I think they use an organic dye, like a clay based or whatever based dye they use. Because I know for a fact it doesn't turn my soil different colors like at all. Stays the same color. The mulch itself will slightly lose a little bit of color, but I think it's pretty much permeated to the lower levels of the wood grain, so it stays pretty brown. But it does work fantastic for coverage, so I like using it. And it's I think it was the Vigoro brown mulch. I literally have the bag sitting right there, but I can't see through my window. But I was looking at trying to do a carrot experiment this season. I wanted to get another one of my Alhambra containers from the Vigoro Alhambra brown terracotta plastic containers. I want to get one of those, and I want to, aside from just straight the bottom, I want to put about an inch to maybe 2 inches of mulch on the bottom. I don't know if I want to do a liner just to keep the dirt from falling through, but I want to fill that thing with potting soil, just straight potting soil. No garden soil, no topsoil, nothing, just straight potting soil, like a whole bag of potting soil. And I want to see if I can grow carrots in there quicker in just potting soil in the greenhouse. Ooh, 10 inches isn't too bad. That's not bad at all. 10-inch wide, and I'm assuming, how deep are they? Because I'd say 10-inch wide is almost like a standard planter, like what you would normally want for most stuff. But how deep are they? That's the question. Is it a 10-inch by 10-inch deep planter? Is it 10 inches wide by 12 inches deep? Is it a tapered one? Is it like a straight wall? Because yeah, I checked both of my locations, and Nothing. The only other Lowe's blue box store I have. Okay, so it's a 10 by 10 pot. Okay, that's not too bad. That's good for radishes, and I mean you can still do carrots in it. That's gonna be pretty deep for even a carrot. Like I would say 10 inches would be almost like an optimal depth for growing carrots. I feel like I'm offset like big time over here today. Give me a second. I'm gonna cover all that. I know one of these days I need to clean all of this and get all this organized, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm lazy. Half the time I just don't care. Because if it truly was a problem, y'all would have said something by now. I would at least hope so. I would hope my viewership would call me out on my laziness. Fucking pants pissing me off right now. There we go. I'm not doing anything funny. Don't worry, trust me. Just adjusting. But so what do you got plans for those ones? Hey, Colin, how's it going? So what do you got plans for the? Sorry, what do you have planned? Oh, that's still $4 is not bad. That's actually fairly cheap. Because I think that's what normally $6 for that pot. We are lucky tonight. We have both of them. We have both Daniel and Tiffany. Also, hello, Molly. Before I forget 100%, because sometimes I'm bad at doing that. So, yeah. You got any plans for those planters, Jason? Are you going to be doing some more asparagus starts? Going to your sister's Christmas Day. Okay, flowers and herbs. That works. Any particulars in mind at the moment, or just kind of gonna offhand it when it comes? Or what's the word I'm looking for? Gonna go off the cuff and just figure it out when you get there? I would say, like, honestly, a 10-inch pot. Okay, that sounds like a good idea. I do got one suggestion for you: bunching onions. I'm telling you, man, if you like onions in breakfast or like dehydrating onions for various reasons for even seasonings, I recommend the bunching onions. That's just me. Absolutely love those things. They grow ridiculously fast, like stupid fast. Hey, there's Mrs. Rob on the road. How do, brother, sister, brother, sister? How's work? Because I know that's where he's at right now. Hey, Cecilia, how's it going? Good to see you. Like 6 people in here, but only 4 people watching. Weird. Good evening, Jenny and Ian. Oh, and Smackus, Attackus, Crackus, Smackus, Wackus. He'll pop up eventually once we get to the second half of the live. How in the hell do you reach 150% humidity? Is it just like 85 degrees and just raining like hell? Or is it like 100 degrees and the sprinkler system's broken? I'll grab my glass. Grab my other glass. Still going with that. Rob, this is going to be an interesting next week. I can just barely hear my YouTube page, just barely. I have that thing on like 0.5 on the volume scale. which is fantastic. I ate it like 2 o'clock, 1:30 ish, and it was a burger, some fries, and a couple of mozzarella sticks, and my stomach has just not been happy with me since then. I've been fighting for the last couple of hours to not want to upchuck some dinner. I did come home and snack on some chips, but I have some beef jerky. I got me another bag of this. I got a regular bag, which I ate half of the other day for dinner because I got home. And then I have my honey roasted peanuts, which I'm going to share with Colin. Here you go, Colin. I'm going to share some peanuts with you. Peanuts. I'm just kidding. Don't get all mad. And then I have what's left of my cheese puffs. I've been eating the heck out of those things. Ooh. Oh, I think I know exactly which planter that is. I don't. Yeah, I've had those planters before. Me personally, I don't like the top ridge, and they're not really technically self-watering, in my opinion. I think what it does is once you put some drainage on there or like some mulch on top, it essentially allows it to drain out or at least keep the roots from sitting in direct water. But other than that, I've had those planters like that for shit outside for about 3, 4 years, 4 or 5 years, something like that. They break down in the sun pretty quick, but honestly, they really are good planters. I just personally don't like the lip around the top edge, just because that tends to break really easy. Gets brittle real fast where I'm at. But otherwise, good planters. I think we have ours. I think all of ours were like dark blue, which they don't look like they carry those ones. Jesus Christ! Wait, Fort Collins? Isn't that in freaking Colorado? 45 miles my ass. Yeah, they really don't have the dark blue ones. Used to have they were like super dark blue. Yeah, they were like this color. The ones I had were like this color of blue. I still got a couple of them. I haven't used them. They just sitting back there. I had them sitting back there for like 2 years. I don't know what to put in them because I got so many freaking planters. Hey, ground fog, how's it going? Yeah, that'll work. Front porch works. Oh yeah, if you got mostly filtered sun on the north side, those will last a long while. Like I said, I would recommend. I mean, just me personally, as a recommendation, to put about an inch of just mulch on the bottom, and then honestly, I would say like a half-inch layer of leaves, then throw your dirt right on top of it. You'll still get drainage through the leaves, but all your dirt won't sink to the bottom right away. It'll take it about year or so, maybe year and a half, before the leaves actually disintegrate and break down, and then when you water it, yeah, you could do that too. Just remember they'll be heavy when you move them, real heavy. Might kind of help for the water retention too, because technically the gravel will hold the water, similar to like the way our Earth does. So I think it would work. No, sorry. If I seem like I'm dying and petering off, I apologize, folks. I'm running on like an hour and a half of sleep. I could not fall asleep last night for the life of me. My brain was just, I don't know. I kept trying to fall asleep and I just couldn't do it. Now, if you really want to have some fun, Jason, you can, if you can find some pretty thick round stones like stacker stones, you can stick one of them stones at the bottom, elevate that planter off of there, and fill the rim of it, and then you can have like a 3 or 4 tiered stand planter, and then just have the top one full. I'd probably only do about 3, maybe 4. You don't want it too tall, but this just an off of the cuff idea. Do like a tiered planter, and then you can have a variety of stuff like herbs down each level, and then on the top one you can have solid flowers. Yeah, snapdragons are nice. I like them. They're a pretty plant. They do draw in bees though. I will warn you. You should know this. They are a nice little pollinator plant for the bees. When I had all of mine growing around here, I mean those things were covered with bees. They would be trying to pry open the flowers to get to the pollen on the inside. I don't know if that's necessarily saying nectar, but pollen, yes. Those little buggers would be covered with pollen. That's funny. I don't know why. I find it interesting how bees use basically their face to get into the flower, but their back legs, like the 2 back legs, always have like these little yellow burrs around them, which is to me it always seems kind of funny. It's like they're wearing yellow boots or leg warmers, and I find it really fascinating. Yeah, pollen couches or caches. Yeah, I mean, I guess it helps. I mean, I suppose technically pollen really shouldn't matter for pollinating plants as long as it's pollen, but you do run the risk of cross species breeding or germination, however you want to do it. Pollination, cross species pollination. I think it's kind of neat though. Shit, I just realized all of my pepper plants are in a confined space. Ooh, I'm gonna end up with some hybrid peppers, maybe. That'll be fun. That'll be real fun. I might, I might try to see if I can't cross pollinate a Peter pepper with a habanero, or I mean, not a habanero, a jalapeno. That'll be an interesting one. Duh. I could go for some crack right now. That might work. I would take a shot of something, but that's just gonna make me want to fall asleep. Yeah, enough about that. I got a little package here from whatever. Well, not from whatever, but we all know where that one's from. Once I do the second portion of the live, I'll throw that. I'll do the quick unbagging of that. Can't say what's in the box because technically it's not a box; it's a pouch. But yeah, that aside, I am still getting bees in the greenhouse during the warm days. I don't know where they're coming from. I'm not complaining. I'm just baffled that I'm still getting bees in the middle of December. And yes, we are pretty much in the middle of December. minus what, 2 days? So yeah, we're essentially in the middle of December. And for those of you who did get to see my video yesterday, thank you for the views, watch times, and the comments. Much appreciated. I know that one went in kind of late, but that's about what time I got home and started doing stuff in the greenhouse. And I figured I'd give a little bit of an update because I haven't done one in a month and a half or so, or month. I think about a month, something like that. I just like to give updates every once in a while so everybody knows what's going on in the greenhouse. And I do apologize for it just suddenly shutting off. As I was holding my phone, I bumped the square or the end page little tab on the thing. So, yeah, that was my fault. So, yeah, I think I cut off mid word and I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to post it. It's already 10 minutes. 31 is normal. We'll get down to like 20. The gnat's cold. I mean, 31 is just below freezing. But for the most part, I don't know why. Mine's at like 60, 65, I think, at ground level, and 72 about middle of it. Tells me my heater just kicked on. And I do have it insulated, which I really don't like, especially in the morning, because it damn it, keeps the sun from getting in and warming it up real quick. Damn, y'all, cold as hell over there already. That's what, 15C? That is cold. You know, and I swear, talking about the weather over here, I laugh every time I see this particular person on Instagram complaining about English winters being cold. And they're like talking about it being like 0 degrees. Bro, that's 32 degrees. That's just at freezing. And then there's another specific Instagrammer, or not Instagram, what is it? Yeah, Instagrammer, who's been over here from UK or Britain, whatever, and has stayed in the US during certain weather conditions. And he laughing at her, that said person, because he knows cold. Don't know who Jace is, but yeah, I am Josh from England or whatever his name is. He's been over here. He knows what cold is. He's like 32 degrees. Most people are still walking around in flip-flops and shorts. Yeah, because they're used to the cold weather, and they're the UK. They're like, it's freezing tits out here, and like, bro, most states in the US, that's sweater weather, if that. Most of them will be like, especially the ones up north, they'll be out there in t-shirts and shorts, shoveling snow in flip-flops. Yeah, I still have no idea who Jace is. It's damn! Look at this guy popping in. I feel like something's wrong. Hold on, here you go, Blake. Replied twice. 73. I don't even know what we got up to today. I think we got up to like 68, 65. I shouldn't don't know. Yeah, it's currently 53 outside. Yeah, we got up to 66 today. And I was stuck inside of a building. And I got 3-4 cold days, and then it kind of gets warm again. It looks like Wednesday and Thursday are going to be some good work days for me. Highs of 61 and 63. That'll be nice working weather. Aside from that, let's see. Meat prices are still stupid ass expensive. Anywhere between $6.99 and $10.99, depending on what grade of meat you get. 97.3, or was it 93? Yeah, 97.3 or 96.4, something like that. It was like $9.99 a pound. I was like, Christ, that's expensive. Chicken prices have gone down, not drastically, and gas has dropped like 75 cents, something like that. Depending on where you go, you can get gas for like $2.19 up to, I think it's like $3.15, depending on the gas station. But yeah, at least the gas is coming down. It's a good thing I filled up the other day, so I don't have to worry about gas for about 2 weeks. And this is the problem with me. This is why I have a hard time staying current with gas prices. Is my truck, due to the mileage I drive, I go like 2 weeks on a tank of gas. Yeah, mine are $6.99 for them, but again, that depends on the grade of meat, because you've got the like 87.23, which is like on the lower end because you're going to get more fat than you are meat. But I prefer the higher primer cuts of meat, less grease, less oil, or I should say less fats. Kind of tastes better in my opinion, but that's just always how I've been. Oh, I can't do that. That's way that's too much fat. Oh, jeez. I usually go the lowest I'll go is like the 93.7. I mean, you retain a little bit of the flavor with the oils or the fatties, but yeah, just depends on what you do with it. But usually, most of the time I'm doing meat, it's usually with pastas, because I'll just throw it in there with the oils that are the grease or fatties that are sautéed in there. So I usually, like I said, depending on what I'm making, I just throw it all in there, put the mix. Fuck you, throat. I hate you. You're a turd. Evening drops. But yeah, I just mix it in there. Makes it easier. Sounds like fun. I hate home remodeling work. It's a pain. But every door in my house is wheelchair accessible. Don't know why, but they are. They're like 36 or 38 inches wide. Let's see. My door is. Let's measure this bastard. My door frame is 30 and a quarter inches, so wide enough for a wheelchair if necessary. All the door frames and hallway doors are like that in the house. God, I wish this damn thing would just stick to the damn wall and stay there. I'm going to have to glue a snap mount on that sucker. Turd bag. Or just make myself an electrical box. So, Aside from that, anybody got anything new since Thursday? I know it's only been 2 days. 2 days. 2 days. Since Thursday. We got anything new? And by the way, Colin, why the hell did you go live so late last night? It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, yeah, I'm trying to sleep, but couldn't sleep. And yeah. Yeah, it was way late. Way late. Yeah, mine have all stopped for the season, even the ones in the greenhouse. I just don't think they're getting enough sunlight. So they've pretty much stopped doing what they're doing. Now at this point, they're just dividing and multiplying. By next season, I'm going to have like 20 or 30 in one container and like 40 in the other. Because those things are just, they're fake. They split quick. You got a short window of harvest from them, and then they just start multiplying. And I'm kind of glad I did not follow the spacing guide from the container or the packaging. I don't think my planter would have had enough room for that. Because it specified just leaving them in the ground for 5 years. That's a 5-year window of them just multiplying. So if you plant them according to the spacing, which is 12 plants per square foot, which no matter how you look at it, it's 3 rows of 4 or 4 rows of 3. So yeah, there's just, it's an odd number. It's an odd even number for spacing on plants. But yeah, that was the planting guide, was 12 per square foot. That to me seems to be a lot, in my opinion. And then you're supposed to leave them there for 5 years, not touch them, just let them grow and do their thing. If that logic was that way and you put that in a 12-inch or 14-inch planter, within 2 years, that planter would be completely overrun with sativus corms. Which is why I planted them in a big planter. Planted them in the big silver one outside, and then 11 or 12 of them in a 16-inch planter. So I can do what I want with them. And I just ripped a hole in my skin. That's awesome. Score. I'll bleed later. So I'm hoping it does well next year. It's kind of a weird plant. It won't do anything all season long, and then like fall, that's when it starts popping up. So I might get a second harvest from it later this season or in the season. I don't really know. Why would I plant them under? I'm not planting them under my roses. Shit. My roses are like 8 feet tall. They're all like that. I got to trim them down. They're getting a little aggressive. Plus, I also have climbing roses. And those things are spreading everywhere. I got to go in there every season and chop out like 200 feet of random vinage. And yeah, I can't plant those under roses. Plus, I don't particularly think that the rose food that you're supposed to feed your roses every 3 to 4 months is all that healthy for those particular plants. Don't know what I'm going to do for them for fertilizer or nutrient boosts, because it's not like I can just sit there and just dump compost on top of them. You know what I should have done? I should have left like 3 or 4 in a smaller pot that I can use as for testing. Damn it. Hindsight's always 20/20. Because if I would have left 3 or 4 of those in a planter, like a smaller planter, like a 6-inch one or 8-inch one, I could have used them as a test subject to see whether or not it would affect them cutting off the freaking grass. Yeah, yeast and sugar. Diluted in water or just straight yeast and sugar? Because I would assume that once you water it, it's going to dilute or mix anyway. At least that would be my assumption. And then the question is, what's the balance on proportions to each? No, I just throw compost on mine. Most of my beds are usually really high in nitrogen anyway, because I always grow beans in mine. So I throw beans in there and other stuff and just kind of mix it together. I'll go through and I'll do like a bed reset where I'll scrape all of the bark and mulch off the top of it, sift it all out so I get all the dirt, and then I'll just go through there with a shovel and I'll basically flip the dirt down to about a foot, foot and a half. Beans pump nitrogen into the soil. That's what they do with their little. They pull it. I don't know how they pull it out of the sky and put it in there, but they do. I think that's why the Three Sisters method works so freaking well. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They put it in there. I didn't say they took it. That's why I'm saying my freaking soil's nitrogen rich. So I plant other things with them to balance out the soil. But if I have just nothing but beans in there, I have that section of where they were, where the root systems were, that's high in nitrogen. So I mix all of that. Like I said, I'll do a bed reset in the spring, take all my stuff out, and then I'll just mix all the soil to like a foot, foot and a half deep all throughout the whole bed. That way I'm spreading out that nitrogen. So that's usually how I do it. Year or two before, I would just cover it with hay or mulch or leaves, and then I would just let the worms do their thing, and then I would just kind of mix that in with the soil to about 8-10 inches. Worms do some good and also do some bad at the same time. But I'm fine with worms. I haven't planted carrots with beans yet. I usually plant my carrots and radishes together, and then I'll do like a squash. But no, I don't grow my carrots with my beans because I know that's a no no. They're along with yeah, what is it, pepper plants? You're not really supposed to plant pepper plants with beans either. Something about the leaves on the pepper plants do not agree with the beans, or vice versa, something like that. But yeah, you don't peppers and beans you don't plant together. But I think you can do yeah, you can do tomatoes and peppers because they're technically of the same genus. They're all of the all part of the nightshade family. So you can plant those together. They won't be a problem. If anything, if you got tower beans or pole beans and you got a trellis for runners for tomatoes, you can just grow them right next to each other. Yeah, so you basically, yeah, so with carrot, yeah, you kind of want a more neutral soil, kind of like a balance between high nitrogen and high phosphorus, or in between. So yeah, you want a neutral soil for that. Yeah, that I know, that I've learned. over the last few years. Hey, Scott, how's it going? Good to see you. How's the weather? Well, you can give peppers lots of water, but you just end up promoting more growth than you actually do fruit bearing. But I mean, technically you can plant them together. Might just not be beneficial. Because yes, tomatoes are a water sponge. So, I mean, there's a few things you can't plant together. I'm not going to go over that here. Y'all want that information? I recommend watching Shawnee's channel. She goes over more details about this stuff than I do. I'm kind of, when it comes to gardening, I'm going to be honestly, kind of shit. I have a little bit of information over what I've learned. I'm not sitting here studying all of this stuff. Frankly, I don't have the time between work, my greenhouse, and lives all week long. I do absorb a little bit of knowledge here and there. I have no idea who Conager is. Conager. Conifer? However you pronounce that, I know not. Is it on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, regular TV? Hey, we ain't talking about no KY up in here. We loose, but we ain't that loose. Ugh. Hold on. By the way, I'm still pulling out freaking daikon radishes. I didn't forget nobody's name. I'm not the one that put at KY apostrophe. Ah, Sam Elliott movie. Gotcha. So, anyone got any decent ideas on what I can do with some daikons? Because I still have like 4 or 5 out in the garden. And they're big. They're not small ones. Some of them are kind of thin, but they're long. Every one of those has hit the bottom of my container. So if you have a steel container or anything that's about a foot deep, don't plant daikons in it. They will stick out. And they will stick out far. Most of mine are sticking out like 4 or 5 inches. So they're like, if you cut the leaves off, they're almost at the top layer, like level with the top of the planter, and they go all the way down to the bottom. I got one in one of my main bed containers outside, and I'm kind of afraid to pull it out because I don't know how long that thing's going to be. I don't do kimchi, unfortunately. Oh, it's like 64 degrees in here, and I don't know why it feels cold. Oh, 68 in the greenhouse. Heater just kicked on again, so it's going to get up to about... yeah, that's what some of the family members have suggested, is doing like pickling it, doing like a quick pickling on it. I mean, one of these days I should actually just eat one of my own daikon radishes to see how it tastes, because I've been growing them for like 2-3 years now, and I've not eaten a single one of them. I don't know why. Just because I don't know. I don't know why. I just haven't done it. Still got radishes though, by the way. He's like, after I did your Korean birthday, I don't do kimchi. too much spice. I mean, I know you can still do them like, you can use them like regular radishes. They're just a different flavor. But I don't know. I think I got to try to get some more breakfast radish seeds. Because I've got all my seeds now are mixed, so I have no idea what seeds are what for my radishes. But I got a ton of them. But I want to see if I can get, because I mean, normally a standard English breakfast radish is like 3 to 4 inches, maybe. Who's sending me porn? God damn it. This guy over here sending me dirty pictures. Hopefully you sprayed them off with a hose first. My phone's taking forever, sorry. Ooh, nice. Karates. Those are looking good. Yeah. Yeah, those are nice ones. A couple of them in there. Yeah, they almost start off or like they'll almost start off that color. And then sometimes depending on the variety, they'll either get like a brighter orange or like a slightly lighter orange. And that's a plant for some reason I found out that does not need a lot of water. So carrots, you water the seedlings or you keep the top moist for the seedlings, and once they start going, you just kind of let them do their thing for a bit, and then you just kind of deep water or deep soil water. You don't surface water every couple of days. You do like a good soak every like 4 to 5 days, and you just kind of let them go, and they'll get deeper and deeper. That's why I want to do the test with the potting soil for my carrot. My head itches like crazy today. It's fucking stupid, pissing me off. So that's kind of one of the tests I want to do. That's why I wanted to get another planter and fill it with completely just with potting soil and just, I wouldn't say litter the top with seeds, but strategically place them where I want them so I'm not getting overcrowding, but I have enough room for them to grow. Dominic Minichetti doing bonsai. Ooh, that sounds interesting. $5 to $15 per pod. Oh, that's not bad for tobacco seeds. Wait, Jason, is that the one you had last year that you had the peas in that the wind blew over? The one that you built out of the crates from work? Or is that the one by the fence? By the side of the house where you have the asparagus? Oh, okay. Cool. Nice. How deep was that again? Do you remember how deep you made it? I think that was like 12 inches to 14 inches deep, if I remember right. Oh, about 9 inches. Oh, so those are going to be kind of short carrots then. If you're doing carrots in that, I'd recommend doing the Nantes because those are usually about 8 to 9 inches standard from top to bottom. But yeah, so unless that's the variety that you were growing is the Nantes. Oh, that's nasty. Well, congratulations on that one, Drops. Yeah, I do not want to be on a non-air conditioned bus with like 80 people in it. Oh man, good, lost half of my viewership. I was up to like 13. That's all right though. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. But yeah, so other news. Uh, I am now starting to get my pulls again for my the free fence posts. Wasn't getting them for a couple of for like 2 months because another gentleman was requesting the use of them for other things. So my supplier was like, "Yeah, go for it." It's one of the guys I work. I know we deliver them all the time. So I was like, "Cool, whatever. I'll get them when I get them." So now I'm starting to get more. I got 4 of them yesterday. Really nice ones, really straight. One of them weighed about 45, 50 pounds. That thing was just straight, solid fat wood. 100% just straight, almost core of a pine tree. 6.5 feet tall. The thing probably weighed about 50 pounds, maybe 70, something like 60, something like that. I don't know. That thing was wicked heavy. Could still carry it one-handed because that's not a problem. But yeah, that sucker weighed a lot. Well, I'm gonna start making more beds, and I think I'm just gonna start kind of just off selling them on my days. I'm just gonna be like, here, beds for like this amount of money. Because I like the way my last one came out. That one was 3 deep or 4 deep. I can't remember if I did 3 or 4 deep on that one. Shit. I literally don't remember. I honestly can't remember if I went 3 or 4 deep on that. That is irritating now. I do remember I did the 2x4 toppers onto both the top and the bottom. So even if I did it 3 deep at roughly 4.5 inches deep, that's 12 inches plus the top capper. But I think I did them 4. I think I did the things 4 deep, 4 layers. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm gonna redo the 2 that I have out there already next to the utility trailer. I'm gonna redo those too because they're shallow and I can't really get a lot to grow in them unless it's a shallow thing. So I think the only thing I can do in those particular beds is potatoes don't work because they're not deep enough. The only thing I can really think about doing in that space is radishes. Because like standard globe radishes only need like 4 to 5 inches of dirt. And that's about what I have in there. It's about roughly 6, maybe 8 inches of dirt. But I also have to put more dirt in there. Which I'll get a lot of that once I start disassembling the main compost slash garden bed, the 5x5. I got a ton of good dirt in that. Plus, whatever I'm going to get out of the compost bin has probably got to be some really, really rich dirt due to the fact that I haven't touched it in like 2 years. And all I do is just add stuff to the top. I know I should be flipping it, but I have nowhere to flip it to. It stays where it stays, and it works. Yep. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, just a few minutes here. Actually, you might as well do it now. I'm going to take a few brief moments to take a small break to get ready for the beverages. For those of you who are partaking, you are more than welcome to grab a beverage. If not, get your standard drinks, water, coffee, Pepsis, teas, however you have it, Gatorades if you got it, electrolyte mix if that's what you're doing. Go grab that. We're going to take a brief recess. Be right back. Catch you all in about 2-3 minutes. All right. Hope everybody is back. Oh, you know what? I forgot my, dang it. I took it out with me and I forgot it. A shot glass. Washed it out. I forgot to bring it back with me. No, usually if it takes you 100 years to work on a house, you've pretty much worked your entire lifespan just on a house. Son of a bitch. I am like not functioning today. Also noticed while I was looking at my orange tree that I've got to deal with some scale issues. And I thought I had all of that off before I dragged that damn thing in here, but I know I was being sarcastic there, Drops. I know what you were talking about. I'm just giving you flack. Anyways, all right, so let's do this real quick. Let's get my usual patrons up here. You will have a rather short window. And by short window, I mean like 4'2". Damn, that thing was stuck on there. Oh, I was like, 1987, that's not that old. But yeah, no, 1887, yeah, that's a tad bit old. I got this guy, Mr. Purple Man. Day 2 of Mr. Purple Man.
No, I'm in the red light district.
Really obnoxious. There we go.
My pronoun is hot hamburger now.
Your pronoun is hot hamburger?
Yeah, that.
Cooking yourself? That took me a second. I was like, the hell is he talking about? Hot hamburger.
Yep, me too, Cliff.
Yeah, there we go.
About 4 ounces tonight.
That's what I just dumped in here. Because that's what each one of these little shot glasses is. It's a 2-ounce shot glass. Which, technically, is actually not a shot.
A shot's 1.5 ounces.
Yeah.
So
and
you
I'm
got
doing
2.5 shots.
4. Those are 2-ounce cups, so that's 4 ounces. So, 2 shots and an extra.
2.5.
Well, no, it's 3 shots, so it's 3 shots and or 2 shots and an extra. All right, I think Mr. Collin passed out.
Yep, 1,
Anyways.
2 plus for good luck.
Delette. I think he also said he was going to his sister's Christmas Day thingy. I assumed that he was going to be doing that, closer to Christmas because, it's the middle of freaking December. I don't know. Who am I to judge? Judge, jury, and pancake. I don't see any hair on there, so I'm going to stick it in my water.
No hair of Cliff in there?
Didn't see any hairy fuzzies or anything, so...
Actually, I should say hair of fox.
No fox hairs. No undesirable furries. Or fuzzy material. There we go.
Salute.
Salute. There's this guy.
Yeah. He is awake.
I had to finish up my coffee right in the middle of it. I had to use the restroom.
Some of us are old because we've lived through the 18th century, the 19th century, and the 20th century, and the 21st century. We're getting to the 21st century. Me personally, I don't think I'm going to make it because I'd have to go another 75 years, and I don't think I'm going to do it.
I don't think I'm gonna make it either.
It'd be 115 in order to make it to the 21st century. Because that would have been the 80s, the 90s. Yeah, 80s and 18. Yeah, whatever. My brain is.
Well,
That's exactly how my brain is right now. Ah, my foot's being weird. Ooh, Jason, did you get your peas planted?
No, they did not make it. I have to put. I gotta put more in. As soon as they're behind me.
Peas.
The first set didn't grow. Yeah, I think they were too old.
Mine are still kicking out there.
Yeah,
Despite the fact that we've had numerous actual freezes.
Yeah.
And that thing is still sending out flowers.
Yeah, like I said, my tomatoes are popping.
Ooh. Those are the ones in the greenhouse, right?
Yes.
What's your temperature, Jason?
In the greenhouse right now?
No, just outside.
Outside temperature is now running
I think it was like 58.
66.
Whew, I wish ours was.
Man, that's warm. That's shorts weather.
Yeah.
It is.
But it's 73 in the greenhouse.
That's good.
And that's at ground level.
Yeah, that means that water barrel's doing its job.
Oh yeah, especially after I filled it all the way and burped all the air out.
Yeah, you'll probably have to refill that every couple of weeks or just top it off.
Well, yeah, like I said, I got the lid on it, so I don't have it on there snug, but it's on there. I got the ring on there right now, so it doesn't pop and get scalding with water everywhere. If it does go,
It's a good thing that unit's waterproof. At least I hope the thermostat switch on there is waterproof.
yeah, I think it would be.
Yeah, we're in a cold weather advisory.
Yeah, so tomorrow evening about 8 o'clock we will be in a cold weather advisory starting at 8 p.m. tomorrow.
We
So
are in
tomorrow when I get home, I have to cover the bananas with the frost cloth, pull a sheet of visqueen over it, and put some Christmas lights underneath them.
Yeah, they say we're going to be getting wind chills to -30.
And this is supposed to last.
The cold advisory is until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning.
As far as I know, it's supposed to last one day. Then we're supposed to jump right back up to the 70s for the highs.
That Canadian cold front.
Yeah, we're just catching just a bit of it.
I'm not getting none of that.
We're right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
You're at the bottom of it. We're in the middle of it.
Ooh, yeah, that is so smooth and sweet. Real sweet.
Hey, Sheriff, how's it going?
Hey,
Yes,
how you
I am.
doing, Roscoe?
No, what are you drinking?
Coffee with vanilla creamer and a little bit of amore.
Coffee.
The Amor or Amaretto. So basically, Amaretto.
Yeah. It's sweet.
Yeah, Amaretto usually is.
No, especially with the creamer and the sugar and the coffee. And it's mostly coffee. And it's
So
the
essentially you're having a. Damn it! I forgot the name of it. My brain is just off today.
I mean, I can add a little bit of Seagum 7 to sour it up a little bit.
Ooh, no.
No, I'm going to enjoy the sweetness tonight because I usually don't have anything sweet.
Jesus Christ, my brain. It's Irish coffee is essentially what you're having. Good
No,
Lord.
not really.
No, it's not quite Irish coffee.
Irish whiskey with
Mm-hmm.
What essentially that's what it
you need to put into coffee.
being.
And if you really like it, you can throw some whipped cream on there, but not always.
What with the sprinkle of chocolate and nutmeg?
No nutmeg.
What do you think this is? Adult
Yeah.
Starbucks?
Yes, a dart stall
No,
bus.
yeah, English is hard. Yes.
It is for me today. I mentally checked out when my alarm clock went off because I was like,
Jenny got mad this morning because she forgot to turn off her alarm last night, and it went off this morning.
So, let's see. Other than that, I got bored yesterday, disassembled a pallet. Really mad because I only got like 4 pieces of the. What is he doing in here? Evening drops.
Hello, drops.
How's it going?
It's going. So,
I like your
Yeah.
fire pit, by the way, Cliff. Your fire pit that you made.
That's better.
no, it wasn't even that I made. It was just old washing machine drum that we had from an old washing machine that we kept.
Yeah, that was actually
It's not
pretty
the first
nice.
time I've seen that. I've seen other people do that.
Dude, they're solid. They're steel drums.
Yep.
Yeah, enamel.
No, they're not even enamel on that. That's a solid steel drum.
Oh, so that one was solid steel, no enamel on that one?
Yeah, there was no enamel on that one. That was just a solid steel drum. Took everything off of it. I got to make some legs for it, which shouldn't be too hard. I got some angle iron that I can use, and I can just cut it to a certain height and just bolt it on there. That'll work perfectly fine for legs. Just going to have 3 legs, but that's probably
All you
easier
need.
to level than 4 legs on a crooked surface.
Well, I've got an old propane tank, about 250 a gallon, that I'm trying to get rid of. And if Wiley doesn't come get it by March, it's up for fair game. Okay, so you can make a thing out of that.
Shit, doesn't sound like a 250-gallon smoker to or barbecue grill to me.
That's what they make them out of. Jason, I don't know.
Yeah,
Good
clean them
refuse
off,
burner.
rinse them out, cut them in half, put your rack in there. Those things work great for barbecue. I've seen so many people turn air tanks or freaking even like the cheap generic like helium tanks that you can get at like Party Central or Party City or any like party supply store. That like 2-gallon tank you can get or gallon and a half.
No,
It's enough to turn into a stove.
it's a 250 gallon. You can actually still use it today. It still works. It's one off the property. I replaced it, and it's an eyesore. I'm going for a resale in March for about $250,000 in profit. So there you go.
Yeah, you can even use an old propane tank, cut the top off, put a couple holes in the bottom of it. It's already got its bottom on there to stand, and you're off and ready to go.
Yeah.
I said Jason knows.
No, I'm talking about the little 5-gallon ones.
Oh, I'm talking about the 250 gallon ones.
Yeah, because they get so old, they change the tops on them. They don't pass inspection. Comes a fire pit.
No, it actually passes.
No, I'm talking about the little 5-gallon ones. They're only good for a few years, 7, 8 years.
Oh yeah, I get it. Okay, now.
Hey,
Howie.
brother
Howie.
Howie, how's it going?
Staying safe, Howie?
He's
Yeah,
the
man,
one that
probably
sent the
still
cold
harvesting
weather.
more food than all of us combined.
Maybe.
Howie's got like 20 food plots that he can pull from. Hey, Howie, I don't know if you got a chance to check out I posted a video yesterday. Gave you don't think I mentioned you specifically by name, but I did say a Canadian brother of mine. But yeah, I've got my freaking lemons are flipping fan. They look super amazing out there. Like if you get a chance to check it out, it's I think 6 or 7 minutes in or 8 minutes in.
Mhm.
But I had that lemon in my hand, and that whole lemon basically blocked out like 90% of my hand.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
that's
pretty good sized lemon.
PHAT fat.
Dude, that lemon was huge.
Well, Howie, I want to know how your medical condition's doing right now after a year and a half, because it sounded pretty dire. a while back.
Who? What? Who? What now?
Howie, he had a
Oh,
medical condition, and I want to know how he's doing with that.
that's a good question. So yeah, I think you might be proud of me on that one, Howie, on those lemons. It's taken me almost 3 years to get that stupid thing to produce lemons that large, but yeah, I've got a couple of little tiny ones on there, around the size of like your standard limes. But those, I was actually super proud of that lemon. That thing was huge. I almost want to say that lemon probably weighed 10 ounces. I mean, that thing, and I got like 4 or 5 of them like that.
That's a hefty lemon.
Ah, dude, they are fat as hell. They're almost like potatoes.
I think Howie actually inspired me to actually do more of a food forest thing, even around my own property. So I think that hats off to Howie over there on that one.
I wish I could kind of just do like an open food plot like that. I just don't have the square footage for it. So everything, and I have the most irritating trees. I have cottonwood trees, and they will send out roots like 80 feet anywhere you got a planter or a garden bed. They will send out a runner, and then that runner within like 6 months is like that big around.
That explains the sneezing and everything else too, because that when they throw out their little follicles out their flowers and everything.
Oh, that stuff doesn't bother me. What gets me is the fact that again I live in an area where it's 90% dirt and dust. When the neighbor passed a couple of years back, the city, after about a year or two, procured his property, and it's like I think like 7 or 8 acres, or sorry, yeah, like 7 or 8 acres. But they surface scrubbed every goddamn plant
Red corn.
off of the topsoil. So every time it's windy, it blows 2 inches of that soil over to our property and the neighbor's property.
I
Free
get it.
topsoil?
It happens to me too.
Oh yeah, when it's nice topsoil. I can need to go down the end of the street and just go out there with a shovel and just start collecting it.
Hey guys, Red Corn Outdoor has outdid himself today with his new video he put out today for the thumbnail. It is awesome.
Who?
Red corn.
Red Corn Outdoors. Let's turn this down.
I know blue corn, but those are like stupid expensive tortillas. Oh, Gary's live.
He's the one that's Angel.
Angel.
He's the one that made my squirrel skinner.
Yeah.
Is it all one word or is it spaced?
It's red space corn space outdoors.
Yeah, he got the new Pinty pistol, so he put up the RoboCop with it in his hand.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
No idea who that is. Wait, is that a Wasian?
No, he's actually Native American.
Ah, okay. I'm almost going to say he's probably around my age, just judging from the hair. Or
His son does have autism, so he spends a lot of time with his kid. With the 3D printer and stuff like that, keeps this kid busy.
I'm honestly surprised that has not been flagged by YouTube, considering the fact that he's got about, I don't know, $1,500 to $2,000 worth of pellet rifles on his wall.
Yeah, a lot of people use, right?
Yeah, but those are all air rifles.
People
But I don't think that wasn't live. That was recorded.
That was a huge ass freaking pistol or freaking air pellet or pellet rifle.
I'm looking at it right now. That thing is huge.
That thing's pretty awesome. Let's see, what is it? Off the shelf air guns got one, and he put his out this morning. And that thing is putting out a 18 grain pellet at 680 feet per second.
Damn.
Dang.
So that's a pretty stout air pistol.
That thing came with two, looked like two eight, 8-round mags.
Yes.
Yeah, well, my judge is the same thing, but it's not an air pellet thing, but a PPO. But, you know, I've been looking at those air rifles and stuff, and I'm kind of impressed with some of them. Not the pellet guns, though. I mean, they're just. I've tried some, and they're not really as effective as the real poo-poo, in my opinion.
Yeah, but you don't hear the PCP rifles though. You don't hear for 7 miles once you fire them.
Yeah, well, if I fire one of my PPUs, you won't hear for a quarter mile, half mile.
Yeah, give me just a second, Cecilia. I can do that.
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys want to check out Red Corn Outdoors, he's a pretty awesome guy.
Damn it. Damn it.
I just saw that. I was just laughing inside. I'm going, yes, somebody used the RoboCop theme.
Well, yeah, because that freaking air pistol looks damn near exactly like it.
Yeah, I know. I got the replica in airsoft.
Colin got me.
Yeah, but he does other things too.
This is the link to the specific video.
I went to the channel just to be on the safe side.
Wait, did that not post? Paste. Enter.
Yeah, Penty is a new to the scene last year,
Sorry, I posted it twice, folks. My bad.
and they are turning heads for the price that you pay. You're getting a good deal. I mean, they're even regulated for under $300.
I'm looking at all the stuff he's got on there. That dude's got a lot more than just the stuff on the wall.
So do I.
He's got the full pump down there. Yeah, he's got a couple of brake barrels.
So that's the only thing I don't have is a bullpup right now.
I'm actually more impressed with those, once you pump them, and you don't have to put any CO2 cartridges in them.
Yeah, CO2 gets expensive. Plus, you have to deal with all the spent metal cartridges.
Well, not only that, it's not as powerful as a pre-charged pneumatic. Like I said, I have one, and I can't get any more than 14.5 foot-pounds out of it at 70 degrees, 72 degrees. And that's all I'm going to get out of it because it's only 900 PSI.
Yeah, I do like the one above is a bolt action 22. I think that's a 22. The one that looks like a P90. A P90 stock. That one's kind of neat.
Now, which video are you watching? There's about a dozen of them.
The one that Jason pointed out, the one he just posted like 8 minutes ago, or 10 minutes ago. He's doing the review on the
Fury Avenger?
No, the Pinty.
Yeah, I think that's the Benty bullpup on the wall behind him.
Which one? There's like freaking 20 of them. There's one that looks like a
One next to his left ear.
The one on the left that's got a brown stock.
Yeah, the bullpup. Yeah.
It's got the brown ones on the one side and the black ones on the other.
Yeah.
Well, the third one up from the bottom or just under the screen frame, that one looks like that one's got that, what is it, archery star? Not archery, freaking.
iPod?
No. It's,
The one with the pistol.
I want to say archery stock, but it's not an archery stock. That's the one for it because it's lightweight and easy to maneuver. It's for,
Yeah, it's a bullpup.
damn it, my brain's fucking stupid right now. Archery. Get not archery. Jesus
crossbow?
Christ.
You mean crossbow?
No, it's for like speed shooting and stuff.
Thumb hold?
I don't know. My brain is I'm like done with it. Anyways, before I forget, I got this doohickey.
Yeah.
This
Alrighty.
stupid thing is heavy.
We got to see red corn, so.
I've seen blue corn, but like I said, that stuff's usually pretty expensive when it comes to making tortillas out of it. All right. So we got the package. I guess I gotta make myself big screen. Everybody else can be tiny.
Go big. Go big.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Go big or go home.
Ooh, I knew this was gonna be. Damn it! I hate when they give me these crappy ass Christmas ones.
Well, you knew it was coming.
I know. They always send me one. I always throw these in the trash.
What are they?
They're just like stupid Christmas decorations, like you hang on your trees.
Yeah, right.
This one is the spear card.
Well, that's not too bad.
See
You
if,
get, like-
see if your mom notices it when it's on the tree.
No, nothing. I don't even touch the tree. So you get like 2 mini frog gigs, a big frog gig, and then a little mini, and then like a secondary frog gig. It's like really hard to tell on here. Let me drag it out of the package. I think it'll be easier to see without the glare of the plastic. I don't think you want these as a Christmas. Like, no, they give me these little things. Like, bro, this is a music note. Like, what am I gonna do with this?
Making it to hook.
So they send you the fairly flimsy Grimworks Christmas one. Like every one of these I've thrown away, honestly. But
Shiny.
you get this little mini version here, which again is really hard to see.
Those are for puppies.
Do it overview. There we go. I think that'll work. Let's go. There we go.
I'd
So
like
you
to see
get
them try to
the
do a P38 version.
2-pin frog gig. Then you get the round pin frog gig. There we go. So you get the 3-pin frog gig. That's straight frog gig. Then you get the 2-pin or the 2-point spear. And then you get these like 2 little mini spears.
Now,
Or mini
do
gigs.
mini spears cross over by any chance?
Do what?
Can those 2 mini ones cross over to make a 4-prong?
No, they're just 2 separate ones. I don't know what you would use them for specifically.
I was thinking more of an arrowhead type situation, but that's me.
Exactly.
Not with those ones because it's basically like a 2-prong.
I don't think you could be able to accept it there, Cecilia. It might be considered a weapon.
Yeah, it looks like you could put it on the tip of an arrow. Yep. You're right, Colin.
I did notice. Well, the thing is, you can't really separate them. I mean, you can, but you'd have to snip the metal parts itself because that's pretty. I mean, it is thin metal. I mean, you're talking about something that's maybe slightly thicker than a sheet of construction paper.
Oh, so not even a millimeter then.
Yeah, it's standard like cardstock, like what you would get for a like business card. That's about as thick as I would equate that metal to. All right,
That's
good
not
night,
bad.
Howie. Be well, brother. Be safe.
Night, Howie.
Have yourself a good one, and again, always happy harvests.
Good night, Howie. Howie's leaving. One bit.
I might just keep this one, just because of the little spear card. The last one they sent me was, I don't know what the hell. I don't even remember what it was. I just chucked it, to be dead honest. Now, this particular one, like honestly, if I could get that in a full-sized card, that would be hella useful. Because you're basically getting 5 or 3 or 4 spears.
It's not bad though.
Yeah, you get 2 mini ones, 3 gig or 3-point, and then the little 2-pointer. I don't know what you would do with a 2-pointer one because it doesn't look like it has any.
Is there any point of a snap off on that attachment?
Yeah, they're. I mean, they're hard to see, but like the points right there where the cutouts are, you
Mhm.
can kind of wiggle it off. But again, at the same time, this metal is so flimsy, you're not gonna do anything with it.
Only thing you're probably going to be able to do is do something like mice or something.
But I mean,
Well, who knows?
essentially, if this was a full-sized survival card, that would actually be very useful.
And about 6 or 7 times thick.
Ooh, this is a. I don't have this one.
Ooh, that was a good sound.
Ooh, I don't have that one. Ooh, I don't have this one either.
2 new ones.
Ooh, I got that one. Ooh, this is the new modified version. Yes.
Okay, explain.
I will get there in a second. Hold your panty. Fire from a cell phone battery. I'm not destroying my cell phone battery to start a fire. I don't care what my situation is. All right, so Apparently, this is a past card. I don't have this one specifically. This one is a straight, as you can see, this is a straight fishing lure set.
That's pretty cool.
So you'd have the top up here where my pointer fingers are. That's where you'd wrap your line. Most likely, you would use one of these holes on either side to catch your line so it doesn't fall off. You have your file. So I would say it looks like the same texture. It's just hard to tell because they have it on two different separate sections. But yeah, it feels like the same texture, although one might be slightly smoother than the other. And then as you can see here, what you don't see a lot of on these cards is the eyelet cleaner for your jigs,
That's pretty cool.
for your crappie jigs. But that looks like it comes with 10 fishing hooks and 10 spoons. Or I don't know if you really call it a spoon or like a what you have it, but either way, I don't have this one. This is the first time I've actually gotten this one. This is neat. I like that one.
Can you use those things with snares as snares, possibly?
No, they look like they have the grooves for it, but I think that's just reflective for surface, so you can kind of like either bend them and get like when you're pulling it through the water, it'll get that wobble.
Well, I know what it. Yeah, I mean, I just thought you could probably be multi-purpose if you could.
I've got a couple of them that have that same style. You'll get the same style of a snare hook or like a quick release for snares or like fishing line setups or a spring snare.
That's what I was thinking.
They use the exact same style, and
That's
it's usually about the same size.
What do they call it? It's not a snare. It's a cable restraint.
Some of them, yeah. Well, I could use this as a cable restraint.
Yeah, because they don't tighten and they don't kill the animal like strangling it.
Yeah, they'll tighten just enough to keep the animal from getting away.
Yeah.
And then
It's a
apparently
fishing
this is
hole.
a future one. Again, this is one I've actually had before. When I did their starting, their what is it called? Kickstarter. I've done that one, and then there's this one, which I don't have this one either, which is kind of neat.
What is it?
This is the mini dog tag, or as it says right there, the mini hook micro tool comes with 6. Let me see if I can get that. There we go. So this is like the little mini ones. You can do like dog tags or little tiny ones, but it comes with 6 little mini hooks,
Interesting.
which in my opinion would actually be pretty much indispensable because you can catch a big fish on a small hook, but you cannot catch a small fish on a big hook. So having 6 little, I don't know what,
Micro hooks.
1/4-inch hook, I think is about how big those things are.
Could be a 0.
Nah, 0 would be, they are actually 1/2 inch. Well, actually slightly less than 1/2 inch. Yeah, just slightly less than 1/2 inch. Like 2 millimeters, but yeah. Still a fairly indispensable little cart if you need fishing hooks. I mean, that thing weighs almost nothing, and you're still getting 6 fishing hooks. And then the one I have, technically, I've gotten one of these with a Kickstarter. I started one of these. But this looks like a full-on, literally full-on fire set. So this is apparently what they're going to be doing in the future. So probably released next year. You got your scraper / saw blade. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see. There we go. The teeth on that one. So you got a little mini saw blade. You got your solid steel striker. And then this is actually a micro ferro rod. And then the framework here, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is magnesium. So that is going to be probably laser cut mag, steel striker, ferro rod, scraper, or little mini saw. It does not come with a card in it, unfortunately, so Don't have too much information on it, but that's essentially what I'm figuring this is going to be. Now, just to test it, bust out the magnet. Oh yeah, that is solid steel striker on that. There's a little bit of metal in the scraper slash saw, but not a lot. But yeah, that is a solid steel dog tag scraper.
Well, if you had an extra one, I would say test it, but you don't want to take it apart.
Only thing I wish is that the ferro rod was actually the same length as the cutouts. As you can see, there's a little bit of space here and a little bit of space at the bottom. Or just fill in the cutout a little bit more and then shorten the... keep the rod the same length, but just fill in more of the ferro rod. I might give them a little bit of a feedback on this one. I actually like this one. This one, however, it is a little heavy. I will state that. It is a tad bit heavy. But in a pinch, I bet you dollars to donuts, this is actually TSA safe. I almost want to say that it is. I do like the little mini saw. I don't know what I would do with it. But, I mean, at the same time, again, it does have the dual adhesive backer. You've got the black side, which can give you multiple adhesive, basically just reattach all of this stuff to it. And then you have the permanent sticker on the back side once you remove the paperwork. This, in my opinion only, folks, I'm not an expert on this, would probably be the perfect thing to stick inside of an Altoids survival tin. Just my opinion. Because you can stick that in the top of it, right in the lid. Yeah, if you're basically your fire starting, although scraping this off would be a pain in the ass. Hey, Wolves, how's it going? Good to see you.
Hey, Wolves.
But, yeah, aside from that, now I have extra fishing gear. I have the little mini dog. I might actually just stick this on my keychain just to have that on there. Because I already carry all of these ones, which is the hook sharpener and scale scraper. I have the spoon lure with hook, technically. It is covered in duct tape, but, man, it is what it is. And then I have this double hook here on a little, it's like a little fish. But all I would have to do is technically just take my, I would just have to twist the tail a little bit. Or like the double hook right here. And that'll work perfect for a, as a lure. I think with that added on there, that would give me extra bit of ability to fish. Especially considering I have paracord, utility cord. This doesn't really matter because this is just fire steel. But redundant system, and I could throw this in my wallet at the same time. Probably get rid of one of the ones I have.
Did you get any new survival cards?
Yes. So the 2 survival cards that came with this one, we have a DIY fish basket. So it basically shows you kind of more or less basic steps on how to make a fishing weir, essentially.
That's pretty cool.
And then the other one that came with it is, once again, how to start a fire using a cell phone battery.
Dang. I like the playing card version of one's better.
Yeah, I did too. That's why I bought the playing card set. These ones are just basically information. I mean, if you really want to start a fire with a cell phone, all you got to do is just freaking stab a hole in it with a stick and wait a few minutes. Those closed cell batteries, the way those things are made, they tend to explode or expand real quick and get really hot. But yeah, so there's all that. Kind of got some good, actually got some good ones in this one. I could feel it when I got the package. I was like, I know this thing is heavy. Oh, I don't have a foamy in there. Look, it's empty. Usually they at least give me one packing peanut. I didn't even get that.
Well, you complain about them anyway.
Dude, it's a free floaty. If you tied a freaking line around it, you basically got a free bobber. Yeah, so here we go. We got Future is a magnesium card. The item from Grimm's Future is our magnesium card. I knew it. Solid magnesium and contains a ferro rod, striker, and micro tool saw. That is really hard to read, that shit. I mean, you can see the print on that. That is wicked tiny.
Tell me about it.
They could have at least increased that by, I mean, especially considering the size of the card, they could have at least added like a little bit of higher font on there.
Right.
Damn, dude, I feel like I have to need a magnifying glass to read this shit. My eyesight's so bad right now.
Take a picture of it and then zoom it out.
Wouldn't even be right. Freaking thing wouldn't even be able to read it. See, fishing micro hook is essentially $6. $9.50 for the straight up fishing lure kit with the. So this was like $9. Oh, sorry. Yeah, $9.50. And then the. Wow, they're trying to tell me this BS is $10. That's some horse shit right there.
Well, I bet.
And then the price for this one's about $20. So just having this alone is worth having the package. Tip cards are $1.85 a piece. So we're looking at close to $45 just off of this. 20, 30, 35. Yeah, almost $40 just for what's in here. But yeah, for anybody that may or may not be interested in that, that is the company that makes these.
$20. How much is it for the?
Like $20 a month. You get random survival stuff. Sometimes it might be stuff you want. Sometimes it might not be stuff you want. But for $20, I mean, you can't really complain. I've got.
Or you can, but you don't want to.
I mean, hell, I just got 10 fishing lures. I didn't have to pay for them. Well, technically I did, but I'm not going out there and arm and leg just trying to get all that stuff. So, I mean, I can't really complain. Considering I paid $20 for $40 worth of shit. Oh, I look like I got punched in the head right here. Wolves, did you at least eat before you got over here? Jason died, Colin died,
No, I'm here. I'm just listening.
Drops died. Yep, he died.
No, I was eating donuts. Shut up.
Donuts? At 9 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
Then you didn't offer to share? Shame on you.
Yeah,
I had
so
chili dogs
Fuck
earlier.
you, fuck that dog, you didn't offer none of us
cheese.
donuts. You're fired.
Well, I was eating Frosty Bite donuts. They're chocolate with powdered sugar on top of them, which are pretty good. I tried 2 of them.
Blue bag from gas station.
No, from Dollar General.
Another blue bag.
Oh, not the Circle K?
If they have stuff Circle K's, dude, I don't know.
Yeah, some of the Circle K, they're all the Hostess donuts anyway. They come in a little blue and white package and usually get about 30 donuts in there.
I used to stop at the Circle K every other Friday and get a raspberry fritter with a coffee.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I missed my career calling. I should have been a cop. Okay, leave me alone.
yeah, I know where Wolfie works. Because ain't no other company sells that damn thing.
Yeah,
What
no
is
kidding.
They're
Taco
called
Bell.
Tasty Cakes. I got those, and I got the caramel apple ones. And I have to replace my snack bag because it's getting old. The 5 gallon bag of those getting pretty bad. Plus, my girlfriend makes fun of me.
Who the hell
So
gets a
whatever.
5 gallon bag of Tasty Cakes? I think it'll take forever to eat those.
Snack bag, dude, not tasty cakes.
I mean, like get the box of like
Got
multi chips.
chips. No, I got a 5 gallon bag that you put all your snacks in, and I've got to get rid of some because they're retired.
As long as the seal on the bag is good, they ain't retired. I mean, if you can eat an MRE 10 years after it's manufactured, you can do the same thing with a bag of chips.
Yeah, you're not my friend Donnie from the National Guard that I used to serve with. Okay, give me a break. Go away. Here's a 10 gallon. Here's a tin can of dehydrated steaks. Okay, I'll try them out.
I don't think I'd eat a dehydrated steak. Well, technically, I mean, wouldn't a dehydrated steak potentially be beef jerky?
No, not really. It comes in a can. It's still a little bit moist and they're pretty gross. Just like an MRE. Or they had the ones you rip the top off and they actually cook themselves. That was before my time.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there on that one, Grace. Those donuts have always tasted like those like the wax lips we used to get, the wax bubblegum lips that you used to get back in the day for like Halloween. That's what those donuts taste like to me, those chocolate ones.
Yeah, they taste like wax.
Yeah.
I can't.
I
I don't
think
eat
they
those.
honestly coat them like they do produce so they don't go as bad as fast.
Well, one thing I never had to worry about is weight gain from eating bad food. I just can't seem to gain weight. Stay around 215 pounds at 6'2". So give me a break. I'm talented, gifted, and blessed.
I'm like 210 at 6 foot, but I look like I ate somebody's child.
Not me. I have to wear a 3XL shirt, and I have like a 34-inch waist.
Yeah, those red ones. They used to have the little like white back or those things. Oh, I mean, you chew on it long enough, technically turns into bubblegum. But that stuff always tasted so weird. I never liked them.
Hey, Cliff, you remember those little bottle pops, the ones that the wax
Yes, you bite the top
Yeah.
off, and it had like
syrup
The
or
juice.
something in it?
yeah, just a
Like Kool-Aid.
smidge of juice in them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've partaked in those, and I'm not sure they were healthy for anybody.
Oh, those things were definitely not healthy. It was like
Like sweet tarts.
a couple of
Definitely not
milligrams
good for
of,
you
or
either.
milliliters of funky stuff stuck in a wax bubble or like a wax soda bottle.
Or the wax lips.
Yeah, that's
They
what she's
actually,
talking about. The paraffin lips.
they actually did the bottles on those too, by the way.
Yeah, honestly I prefer the chocolate liqueurs, but god damn, those things are expensive
Oh, I
nowadays.
know.
Like you get like it's like a half a pound box. It's like $40. I'm like, good lord.
Yeah, I don't really junk like that anymore, so I'm good.
I mean, they're nice because you can sit there and you're essentially getting a treat with your stuff because you can basically just chuck it in your mouth and eat it, and you get that nice little burst of. It's like what, like 4 milliliters of.
Juice of some kind.
Yeah, no, the liqueur ones. I'm talking about the little chocolate liqueurs.
Oh, I don't know. I don't never had those.
But yeah, it was always like just a couple of milliliters of alcohol in a little chocolate shell.
Grace is making fun of me, but actually my hands are like 9.5 inches long, bigger than most basketball players. And I actually am tall, skinny, and have arms almost 3 feet long. Actually, 3 feet long. So yes, I'm.
think mine are just under 3 feet, but not by much. I got long leg. I got long arms and legs, but I got a short torso, so I look weird.
Me too. Just don't have any weight.
Yeah, I wish I could get rid of like 30 pounds.
Still
I
have to
got
wear
down,
3X
right?
shirts though. 3XL shirts though, because I still have about a 58-inch chest. That's why my arms look so small when you look at me. But I had a family reunion. I went up to the Uinta Mountains one time over in Utah. Hanged out with 23 of them. They were all Bigfoots, whatever.
Hobbits, hobbitses,
Bigfoots.
hobbitses. Like that guy down there, he's a hobbitses.
No,
Yeah. Yeah.
not
I
anymore. My feet are too small.
Well, honestly, I get tired of going to Walmart and shopping because all these short little ladies ask me, "Can you get that off the top shelf for me?" It's like, no problem. They don't even do. Stand on my toes.
Right.
It's the truth.
So I'll ask for assistance to reach items off the top shelf. Why? I can reach it my damn self. And I ain't waiting 5 minutes for some rando to come over here with a ladder.
I know. It's just funny, but it happens all the time to me at Walmart. Some little lady's like, under 5 foot, and she's like, "Can you grab that off the top shelf?" And I was like, "Yep, yep." Just reach up my hand and grab it right off the top, and I was like, "Okay, here you go." So I've become an instant forklift over there at Walmart. It's hard to tell you.
Yeah, don't have to worry about that too much down here. Actually, despite the ethnic background of most people, a lot of them are actually fairly tall, so I don't have to usually worry too much about having to pick shit off the top shelf for short people.
Yeah, well, some of the Indians are actually. If you've done some of the reservations, some of those guys are like 6'2", 6'5".
The one and only that I'm drinking today, Wolfie. And I do this every Saturday. I'm mad at this guy though, turd bag. Tells me, oh, last week, oh yeah, let's do another one. And then dips on me after I pour it. Shit stain. Killing me over here, man. Dude, I was like,
Hey, you didn't have to listen to me.
I assumed people were still going to stay on and watch, but no, I was down to like 3 people and I still had like a whole ass glass of shit to drink. Yeah, I'm running on like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of sleep today. And honestly, this was the only the only Red Bull that I had in the house because I drank all of them last week and I just did not feel like spending another $11 on Red Bulls.
Yeah, well, I spent most of my day just actually hanging a door and framing in the door and on the kitchen so it would separate from the church that I bought with the house. And because I got 3 bulldogs coming over next week, and Natalie's flying over to see relatives in Idaho. So, yay for me. But they're good boys
So why would anybody go to Idaho?
because their family's there and their grandchildren and all that stuff. That's why.
The only reason why you go to Idaho is to buy potatoes.
I don't know why you go to Idaho. I don't even like going to Idaho. It's.
Well, I mean, I'm not physically going to drive all my ass all the way to Idaho just to get potatoes. I mean, I can get them down at the store, drive like 2 minutes down the road, and I get a bag of them for like $6.
She's
But I'm
flying.
just saying,
This morning, Cliff.
where most of them are grown is in Idaho.
I get the babysit the boys while she's gone. So the only
Sounds
one
like
that they
fun.
actually know. So pretty good sized bulldogs too. So
Ooh, Wolf is short too. Wolf's calling size.
Yep.
yeah, I just I don't know about short people. I mean, I just can't trust them.
The only
Sorry,
the only disadvantage that tall people have is reaching shit on the bottom shelf. Right, you got to bend over really far to get that shit.
Not really. I used to be able to touch my palm on the floor when I was younger. Nowadays,
Never do that.
I got to put a heating pad on before I try to reach that far.
I've got a cousin that's 6'8", and his main complaint is finding clothes that fit, especially his shoes.
Oh yeah, that's been a problem my entire life, Colin.
I think he's got like size 18s or something like that.
Yeah, he's got to shop
I
wherever
used
Shaq
to
gets his shoes.
play ball with the Mormon boys over there, and when I lived in Utah, and
Thing is, he can't
I
play
played
basketball
center.
to save his life.
I played center, and they played guards, and they were 6'7", 6'8", and I was only 6'2". And I
Oh,
was like,
they
what?
tried to get him to play
What?
basketball. He cannot play. He likes rodeo.
Dude has the hand and eye coordination of a blind person.
No, he just likes rodeo. He's not into basketball.
Well, my dad did rodeo. He did bull riding. I did a little bit of rodeo, but not that much on my.
I don't think
in
he
the
was
Montana
bull
ranch.
riding or anything like that, but he just all I knew is that he did it in high school and everything. He didn't grow to be 6'8" until after he got out of school. He just kept on growing.
Yeah, what's funny is both my brother-in-laws are like 6'7" and 6'6" or something like that, or 6'8", and both of them would, if I gave you a hug, are you gonna give me a bear hug? And I said, I think about it. It's most of these kids are, they're. I look at these 20-year-old kids and 20s, and they try to squeeze my hand as hard as they can on a handshake. Hi, nice to meet you, all this stuff, and I'm like, why don't you try as hard as you can? Let's see what we can do. And they're like most of the time they're like
into it.
most of they're like they're on the ground within a few minutes. Boom, collapsed. They're weak nowadays, Colin. They're weak. These kids are weak. I mean, they never worked a hard day in their life.
They spend most of their time on these things.
Yeah, smartphones make them dumb. Yeah, I get it. But I'm kind of worried about that. But it doesn't really matter about height because I've actually known some boxers that are under, they're around 5'4", 5'2", and they could really knock the crap out of you. And I got a 5'2" sister that I would never F with because she'd just crawl up my back and stuff my head in. Okay, so leave it alone. Height means nothing. Height means
My
nothing.
grandma was really small, but
No, it's the fact that they're quick and nimble and they can get to the tender bits way faster than you can smack them.
Oh yeah, my German grandmother. If you tried to snatch some food out of the kitchen before it was ready to serve, she might take your finger off with a cleaver. You know
you actually got into the kitchen. Mine wouldn't even let me near the kitchen.
Not very far, dude.
That was her domain. No guy went into it. Doesn't matter if you like to cook or not. That was her kitchen.
Yeah, the only thing when I was a little kid, the only thing my grandma allowed us to do when she was cooking in the kitchen was to get water from the sink. If you weren't getting water from the sink, you were not allowed to touch the kitchen floor.
You were out of there.
We were banned from the kitchen.
And if you tried to sneak anything, a little snack before dinner time,
doesn't matter. I was 18 and I was cooking for myself. Nope.
Once grandma or great grandma's cooking, you set foot in that kitchen, you're either going to get hit with a pan or you're going to get hit with a freaking hot glove.
You gotta love
those. Well, on the rare exception, they said, "Here, take out the trash as you're going through."
Yeah,
exactly. That one too.
That would be the only time. Like, here, I need you to empty the trash bin, and like, all right, I'll go. Oh yeah, that was the only other exception. Or if they had you get something from the garage.
Colin, now I've got to call the VA and get to my PTSD coach because I need some help now because that trash thing really got me. No, but it's true. That's what they did. That's what they did.
Inside the head.
So I guess you all had German grandmothers. Well,
it's the older generation. Grandma, great grandma. They all.
My grandma on my dad's side had 11 kids.
Yeah,
and
ours was.
She was not a very big woman, but she ruled every one of them. Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, some of those little women are pretty mean.
The thing is, she never refused anybody coming to her dinner table. Didn't matter if they were hers or not.
Oh yeah,
sitting at the table, you got fed.
Oh no,
that's how a lot of
my parents were my parents were the family parents of the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? If the kids came over, my mom first thing she asked them, "Are you hungry?" They say, "Yes," because they weren't eating enough.
Oh, my
She would
grandma
just
wouldn't
feed them.
ask. You just if you sat down at the table, you'd have a plate. She didn't count kids. She counted faces. She went made sure faces got
But
fed.
you know what I mean, though. They just
Oh, yeah.
fed anybody that walked in the door.
Well, my uncles and my
That's
dad,
the
and
way I was
they've
raised.
always brought their buddies over, and my aunts brought their girlfriends and all this other stuff. They're just like that's a lot of kids.
Anybody that comes over to my house, I start feeding them, and they're like, "You didn't have to do this." And I say, "This is family tradition. I'm sorry."
Yeah, my aunts were the same way. You could just get back from having a big dinner at the restaurant, and you go here. You need some pie or something. Oh,
Right, and the next thing you know is like a 3-course meal, steak, freaking all that, like green beans, all that, like everything.
yeah,
I
that
was
was my Aunt Mary.
oh, I
She
just
was
ate
that way.
20 minutes ago.
All right,
But-
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Didn't even know you left because you didn't say nothing.
Well, the daughter walked to the house and the dog was barking, and all of a sudden it got quiet.
Oh, that's odd. Did somebody skewer the four-legged alarm system?
Yeah.
Yeah, he went out to water the palm trees. There's no grass growing there, by the way.
I didn't hear Scooter bark at all, and I'm just like, I seen you muted. I'm like, I know the daughter's home at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I didn't hear Scooter bark at all. So that was a little concerning there. I was like,
Yeah, it was just quick. I usually keep the mouse right there on top of the microphone, so.
yeah, but usually I would have at least heard at least one bark before you would have clicked it. I didn't even hear the
The
bark.
door opened and I had it on mute that fast.
Damn. It's more concerning that that Scooter alarmed and then went silent. That's what's concerning me.
I think the door opening actually spooks him, so he starts barking.
Yeah, standard four-legged alarm. They usually do that.
Yeah, so I guess we all assumed that we had good parents, and they actually were the neighborhood parents. You know what I'm saying? They fed people that walked through the door,
Yep.
which is a good thing.
Shit, I'll feed people. Friends or friends of mine, if they're hungry, I'll be like, "You want anything?" Like, well, I don't have any money. I didn't ask you if you had any money. I said, "Do you want anything?"
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I probably have enough food preps for 30 years for myself and family. You know what I'm saying? But shove comes to push. I've got enough seeds for an entire 50,000 city to actually grow victory gardens that year. So I'm not going to sit there and hold back on that. But they better learn how to grow food.
Hey, Drops, are you the kind of person that has a bunch of the ketchup and mustard stored in 5-gallon buckets?
No. I go down Dollar Tree and I buy them for $1.25.
No, I meant storing the little packages of mustard and ketchup and put in 5-gallon buckets.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I mean, come on now. I don't go and grab extra condiments out of wherever I go to. Okay, you're lying on that. I detest that, and that's fake news. And I'm not going to Congress to testify tomorrow either. Okay.
Wait, Jason. To clarify, are you leaving them in the packets, or are you cutting the corners off the packets and then dumping and like squeezing them out into the
leaving them in the packets?
I've seen preppers, grab the packets and they put it in a 5-gallon bucket and close it all up and put it on the shelf.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
I do that with sugar for some reason because a lot of restaurants, the people there are too stupid to understand the concept of sugar versus sweetener. So you ask them for sugar, and the first thing they ask you is pink or blue. I'm like, no, dude. I
Regular
said
sugar.
sugar, not sweetener.
Which one's
Real
more?
sugar.
Hold on. I'm going to ask you a question on that one. Which one's more lethal?
The artificial stuff.
Yellow one, actually, technically.
The saccharin.
Well, what's the LD50 on them?
The freaking yellow one I know is high as hell. That's the reason why I don't do sweeteners. I would actually prefer to have either the white package or the brown package if you're going to give me sugar.
That's the answer is none of them. In fact, the table salt that you buy actually that's iodine table salt is not good for you either. You'd be better to buy Himalayan salt. To be honest with you.
Yeah, but I'm not. Did the price of Himalayan salt versus a container of white salt? Y'all buy white salt regardless, no matter what, because I'm not spending $35 for a freaking half pound of freaking Himalayan salt. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know it's better for you, but
I
yeah,
like
no.
sea salt.
Now, why does it have an expiration date?
Yeah, that I don't understand why salt has an expiration date. This shit literally comes out of the ground. It's been there for millions of years. If it didn't expire underground, why the hell's it going to expire sitting on my shelf?
It's supposed to have an indefinite shelf life, as long as it's kept dry.
Why
Same
is sea
with sugar, technically.
No, sugar is the same.
why is sea salt better for you than iodized salt you buy in the store?
Natural? I have no idea.
Iodized salt is
Hasn't been processed.
chemical versus the other shit.
I'm waiting for Jason to chime in because he knows the answer.
Yeah, because it has more minerals in it.
Yeah, basically you're buying dead salt when you buy the salt in the store or iodized salt. It's not good.
No, the
for you.
iodized salt is actually bleached.
Yeah, it's pretty bad stuff.
I'll be right back.
I don't understand how you bleach salt. Salt is white no matter what.
They bleach it.
Except for the Himalayan salt, which for some reason comes out in like a giant, it's like pink and I guess like it's not pink, it's peach colored.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're licking a salt block.
Might as well just I can get one of those at the damn store for like $15.
Yeah, that mineral salt that you get at the animal store is probably better for you than that table salt you get at the store.
Probably.
It's full of minerals. And we got a thunderstorm approaching too as well. So.
Oh no, Jason's got a thunderstorm. Yeah,
No,
but here's the thing though, since they finally fixed your freaking internet cable, you're not losing connectivity all weird now.
You know, if they fixed it, I don't know if they did or not.
Well, I thought they got that ground box out because that thing used to fill with water.
No,
What
it's
up?
up on the pole.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
What I
Well,
want to
they
call
fixed it.
what I wanted to call the question is this products that you're buying nowadays, how healthy are they for you, and should you be buying them? You know, and you can cut corners on preps, but you know, when you're on a ranch in Montana and you get snowed in, there's no snowplows for 3 to 4 months. You have to prepare and prep. And you know, I've been in that situation, so that's why I'm also a prepper. But I'm also the point where you're going to have good quality food, good quality items, and you ought to look at some of the basic things like your salt, your flour, and your rice. Wild rice is much better for you than regular rice that you buy from the store.
Yeah, I love brown rice.
Yeah, wild rice actually is the best one for you.
Wild rice isn't rice; it's grain.
And well, I know that, but you know what I mean.
I don't
Yeah.
like rice in any form.
Now, why wouldn't you grow amaranth instead of wheat? Because amaranth, even though it's more harder to harvest in bulk, that's actually more nutritional for you. You can eat the leaves, you can eat the seeds, you know, the rest of the plant. It's been grown thousands of years before wheat was ever even grown. Do you know that, Jason? Can you elaborate on that for me, please?
You have to say that again. I got some ambient noise.
Amaranth versus wheat. Tell me the difference.
Amaranth?
Yes.
I haven't messed with amaranth.
Same.
Amaranth is a superfood. You can use it as a grain. It's non-gluten. On top of that, it's like 15 times more nutritious than wheat. It's not as easy to harvest. That's why they quit growing it, and they grew it for thousands of years before wheat, and used it for bread and everything else. But you can eat the leaves and everything on the plant,
Where's my freaking mouse?
and it self seeds itself again, so you don't have to worry about planting again after you plant it.
I'm gonna say, don't most plants technically self-seed as long as you leave one or two of them from being harvested completely?
Well, that's true. That's true. But amaranth is actually a very good um, harvest crop for wheat and flour and stuff like that. But it's not a wheat, and it doesn't have the same side effects. And if you grow your own, you don't have to worry about all those chemicals being sprayed on it. They're made derivatives from petroleum, which petroleum causes cancer, which the Rockefellers knew, which the Gates knew, which their cousins, and yeah.
According to science, everything causes cancer. Right now, doing this, we're probably getting cancer.
I'll be right back.
Go out and get sunburn. That causes cancer too.
Yeah, I know. Been sunburned twice. Actually, I've only been sunburned once. I've not been sunburned again. I got I gained an immunity to it for after the first time.
So, Jason, why
Jason just
actually,
wandered off.
he's going to research amaranth, but you can also grow them as microgreens, which I've done too a lot. And they're very good microgreen for the winter time. And actually, you can harvest them and cut them off and just, harvest them and eat them in a salad. They're very nutritious for you.
Yeah, I personally, I still don't see the benefits of growing microgreens because you have to buy an abundance of seed stock in order to keep doing that.
Yes, you do, but you can also grow your seed stock too, which I also do. So, to me, it's not a burden. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah. No, I get where you're going. I mean, you have to. I mean, yeah. The purpose of microgreens is to get that short, quick burst of organic material that you can add to like salads and whatnot for
And you,
nutritional balance. But then at some point, you have to grow said microgreens to full harvest in order to restock your supply of seedage or others for said growing microgreens.
well, yeah, of course, and you can grow microgreens during the wintertime and offset your dietary things where you can grow a plant within 3 to 7 days or 10 days, and then you can turn around, and you can grow them during the season where you're growing food that actually produces stable food, but you get 14 to 15 or 10 times the nutrients from a microgreen that you do from the mature plant. So that's what I'm saying.
Depends on the maturity of the plant or the species of plant. But anyways, hey Rip, how's it going, man? Good to see you tonight. How you doing, brother?
How's it going? No, I was stepped outside and I was looking at the lightning, and all of a sudden I got sheet lightning. I'm going, I'm blind.
Oh shit.
I'm just saying that if you have abundant of seeds, you can actually grow microgreens during the winter. It doesn't take more than 7 to 10 days, most of them, to mature enough to harvest them for a nutritious meal. And you're not talking about one meal; you're talking about 2 or 3 meals on top of that. So if you run out of your substance of food and all you got is seeds, what are you going to eat?
Yes,
Because you
yeah. Purslane is a healthy plant. You can actually eat the leaves on it, and that
there's
stuff grows in absolute abundance. It's essentially the plant looks like the leaves look like teardrops. But yeah, that stuff that for some reason where I live, that plant is extremely prolific and just grows everywhere.
Oh, the purslane?
Yeah.
Make sure you get the right one. There's one that's not good for you and one that is good for you.
Yeah, I've got seeds for one that's good for me, but like I said, that stuff just grows everywhere in the yard, and I'm just like, bleh. Same with the technically the lemongrass, which is a weird plant that looks like all the leaves look like 3-leaf or 4-leaf clovers. But yeah, that stuff grows everywhere in my yard, and I've been trying to get rid of it for like 5 years, and this shit just won't stop growing. And
Well,
heaven forbid if you get purslane in your yard, one plant, you will never get rid of it.
You can.
Yeah, if you sunspire burn the entire top 4 or 5 inches of soil in your entire yard,
No, actually, there is a pre-emergent for it.
because
It's expensive.
one plant produces
Thousands.
thousands of freaking seeds.
Thousands. By the way, that stuff is like $1,100 for a quart.
Yeah, screw that.
I think it's called Katana. Ooh, hear that?
I thought she was one of those AIs. Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking Corton, and that's from Halo. But anyways, yeah, no, Sheriff, that stuff grows everywhere. It is a succulent, technically.
It's a I would consider it close to a tofu, but it's naturally without being the soybean. It absorbs a lot of the flavor of everything else that you can cook with it.
Yeah, that stuff will grow in everywhere. You could have a pot of sand, and that shit will grow in the sand. Don't even care.
there's actually a lot of vegetables that you can grow even during the middle of winter, and you should research those. The ones that don't freeze, ones keep growing, like the King Henry.
Lettuces, most varieties of lettuce, your kohlrabi, there's kale will do pretty well. There's another one. What the hell is it?
Nebraska's.
Yeah, brassicas. That one will go good. Most of your lettuce varieties don't give two cattle turds, whether or not it's cold or not. Yeah, they might get if you get below freezing, they might get winter damage on like the tips of the leaves. But other than that, that particular green likes cooler climates and has no problems growing. I've got one growing outside right now, and that thing's been hit by frost 4 times, and it's still going. It's just sitting there. I gave it some water. It looked like it was dying. I gave it a little water, and the thing's come back to life. It just doesn't care.
Most brassicas are like that too, but you can look at like the tennis ball or the I forget what they call it. It just keeps growing and growing and growing. That's a lettuce. Corn salad seeds. Those will keep growing. There's several hardy vegetables that will actually grow during the wintertime, even when it freezes, and come right back.
Peas is one of them. Surprisingly, carrots. I planted some carrot seeds out there a couple of weeks back, and I haven't lost a single one, despite, like I said, we've had 4 days where it's dropped below 30 degrees. And they're just sitting out there growing slowly, little by little.
Yeah,
They just don't care, which is why I want to do my experiment in the greenhouse with my container.
yeah. There's some plants that will survive temperatures all the way down to like -7 or -10 during the
Yeah,
winter.
beans are not one of them. That's for damn sure.
No.
Beets.
Radishes might, mainly only because that's technically a root vegetable.
Rutabaga?
No, I was going to say radishes, but yeah, rutabaga might do it too.
Turnips. There's
Turnips,
another
yeah.
one.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, don't turnips prefer the colder weather to grow in the first place?
Yeah,
Yes,
like
they do.
like the radishes, like they do with the deer plots.
Same with like cauliflower. I know you have to cold start cauliflower. That's why I've never had any success with it.
Well, broccoli is the same deal. If it doesn't get too cold, you could, most people don't know on the broccoli and the cauliflowers, if you don't cut off the top of the flower when it starts to produce a thing,
They
then
both.
you don't get it bolts, and you don't get rooting on the side of the plant like you would also like the what do you call it? One of my favorites, Brussels sprouts.
Yeah,
Same
I was
thing.
about to say, I know that one's that one's a fairly cold hardy plant too.
Yeah.
Baby cabbages.
Cabbage, I believe, needs a more mild temperature, like around
Hey, Clef.
like 70.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Jenny.
No, the red cabbage
I'm
would
just nice
ruin.
and need a drinker.
Hold on, no. Show that again. I want to see it.
Here, I'll hold it.
What do we got?
Emery, it's
Emery,
black and red
Emery.
cherry.
It's mead.
Ooh. Where'd you get? I'm assuming you got that at the Renaissance Fair, obviously.
Of course.
Who's drinking it? Chug. No, just kidding.
No chug. But it is good.
Nice. Yeah, Sheriff, there's a lot of plants that supposedly repel bugs. And for some reason, where I'm at, the bugs will literally land on those plants, give you the middle finger, shit on the plant, and then just walk around on it like they're having a party.
Is that the molly leaf bug?
I have no, dude, it's just random bugs. I've
No,
got like
leaf-
four
leaf
plants
molly.
in my yard that are supposed to repel bugs.
Leaf molly, I think, is what it's called. The bug, isn't it?
I have no idea. I got mosquitoes landing on that thing, mayflies, dragonflies land on it, bees will land on it.
Well, there's one called the molly leaf, I believe, and ladybugs are the ones that'll take it out. Now the female will actually not metamorphosize, and they'll just stay as a slug on the plant and suck the juice out. The males will actually gain wings and fly around. That's how they reproduce.
Look at those. I think those are the freaking. I want to say spider mites, but not quite. They're the aphids. I know the problem I have is with aphids and scaling. So I got to take a brush to one of my plants over here, and I got to brush off all the scale.
Well, just take some Captain Jack's dead bug brew and spray your plants with those.
Yeah, again, for some reason my state does not. At least where I've looked, they don't sell it.
They don't sell it on Amazon because that's where I get it from.
I don't like buying stuff on Amazon. I've got like $800 worth of stuff in my Amazon shopping cart, and it's been in there for like 6 months.
Okay. Well, I'm just telling you, that's what will take care of those aphids.
Supposedly, I looked online. It said supposedly my Walmart sells it, and I went over there, and they did not have any of it.
Neem oil.
No, the what was it? Drops the
Captain Jack's dead bug brew.
Oh,
I do have neem oil too, but I rarely use it. I use that.
neem
Captain
don't work
Jack's.
for crap on my bugs over here. I've sprayed them straight directly, and the bugs will just like walk around, and you never see any dead bugs. They just keep going.
And they're looking at you like, "Thank you for getting me drunk, right?"
Right? They're like, "Thanks for the free bath."
Hi, matey. Thank you for the bath of no free booze. Give me more. You know.
Yeah, them the freaking bugs, they don't even care. Like I said, all the bugs down here are like immune to every plant that's supposed to repel them. They'll just land on it. They don't care.
Well, they've been sprayed with everything. What do you expect?
Yeah. I got the hardy desert bugs. If they can survive the harsh reality of our sunlight and UVs, you think bug spray is going to make any difference?
Oh, they've been sprayed with everything, dude, from from DuPont and everything else. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they actually are metamorphosis from chemical warfare in that respects. You know what I'm saying?
The only thing that I can still get rid of with standard Home Depot bug spray, like that comes in the white bottle with the sprayer,
what?
is the cockroaches.
Look, that light.
They do not like that stuff. They'll be dead within like 5 minutes.
Can't try that on Congress. Sorry. Did I say something wrong?
I didn't even hear what you said
Yeah, exactly.
or understand what you said in the first place. All I heard was the word Congress.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, but yeah, they use so many pesticides on bugs in the fields that they're not actually using the right thing. Now they're saying they have a pest thing over there in Texas, right, Jason?
Which one?
Oh, that Molly one.
The moth.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, the new bug thing. Where
Like I said,
they,
one.
yeah, I forget. Okay, give me a minute and I'll find it for you, okay?
And that's about all you're going to have.
I know we got that
In about
term.
3.5 minutes, and then I'm going to end this live.
All right.
Anyway, there's a pest bug, and the counter to the pest bug is actually the ladybug. Go figure.
Oh yeah, no, the ladybugs eat the aphids for the most part, and then there's this little black bug. I know it's a little tiny thing, almost like a gnat, but I think that's what the aphids turn into. But yeah, I got lucky this season. I had like one or two ladybugs in the greenhouse. They laid whatever they had to do for eggs, and now I have like a dozen and a half or so of the ladybug larvae, which is the like little black and orange, kind of look like weird caterpillar worms.
You know what?
I don't know what the hell
I'm
you want to call
lucky.
them.
I'm lucky because actually, when I try to grow peppers indoors up in Washington State, I would just get with aphids totally, and I would just keep spraying them with the Captain Jack stuff, and it would make them go away, but they wouldn't go away permanently. And
Yeah,
I
you'd
still,
always miss like half a dozen here
it
under
was
a
just
leaf or stuck on a branch, and
so far here, I have not had to deal with that. So I've got peppers growing indoors, and they're doing great, and I'm happy about that one. Because it sure the hell didn't grow outside this year because it rained almost every day this summer. It was just crazy. And the
yeah, you got
peppers,
to keep them out of the rain, or at least provide them with some coverage so they're not getting completely saturated 7 days a week.
oh, I know they just didn't have a chance. It was just so rainy here during summer that my peppers really didn't do very well again.
Mine did
And
fantastic, surprisingly.
yeah, sometimes I wish I could put them up in the desert. Hey, get in the ship, drive them over to the desert, hang them up there in the atmosphere for a while, and leave them alone. But it doesn't happen. I think it aphids or it rains too much, and my peppers, which I truly love my peppers, just never seem to do well.
Yeah, they get too much water. They'll grow, but they won't produce. All they'll do is just sit out there and grow freaking basically leaf stalk.
They'll sit out there and go to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, yeah. If you give them too much water, they just drown and fall over dead, and then you lose a pepper plant.
Yeah, exactly. Because they need to be watered like one out of every 2 to 3 days. And
They're
like I
watered
said,
like every week.
yeah, that too. But you know what I mean. So
Yeah, well, I understand. Trust me.
it's been a real
I've been
struggle with
for
pepper
about 5 years
plants.
now.
It's been a real struggle with pepper plants lately. You know, over in Washington State, down in Arkansas now, and I try to grow them in the winter. Right now, they're growing pretty good in the wintertime indoors, and maybe I'll switch to that plan. So
Yeah, just get them a nice warm area. They'll do fine in humidity if you got like a decent like amount of heat and some good humidity. They'll thrive in that because you technically don't have to water them. They'll just suck the water out of the atmosphere and just keep going.
yeah, with their leaves, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I mean, you might have to water them once every week to week and a half. Cup of water, 2 cups of water here, or just give them like every once in a while, just give them a full deep root soak, and they'll be fine for like 2 3 weeks.
Yeah, and the thing that sucks is that pepper plants are one of my most favorite plants to grow, and I never had a problem until we moved to Washington State or I moved here. And this summer, it just like a flood, torrential rain and all that stuff, and they just didn't grow very well. Again, my ghost peppers, my scorpions, my regular hot red cherries, some of my favorites.
Yeah, I struggled this year with with the super hots, but I'll get them next season. I have a feeling I'll be able to get them next season. For some reason, even my ghost peppers didn't do anything. Like I've eaten one of them, it just tasted like a bell pepper. It's kind of pissed. This is supposed to be a hot pepper or a relatively hot pepper. Still have yet to eat a hot one.
Yeah, and I usually put a ghost pepper in my Cajun chili, every time I make one. So it's like,
One or two here and there, not too bad.
yeah,
And get the Peter pepper. Surprisingly, for that size of pepper, it's actually got some kick to it.
well, I actually did pick up some peppers called the spicy pepper, and that one's supposedly for fish and stuff. And that one actually was grown by African Americans for seafood, and so I'm going to try some of them this year, and I'll see how that works out around here because I figured, well, they grew them mostly in the South, so maybe I'll have a good chance of making those go, and they're supposed to be pretty good flavor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hopefully it works out for you. Like I said, I got about 7 or 8 varieties of peppers I need to actually try growing to see if I can actually get them growing. I just don't have enough. I just don't have a lot of floor space to do it. If I'm going to do these, I have to do them all in pots separately and individually. That way I can move them. This way I don't have to worry about digging them out of the ground at the end of the summer and trying to overwinter them. I can just take them from the pot and just move them to wherever the hell I want them.
Well, yeah, I'm growing more stuff in the pot right now because during wintertime. And if I have to, I'll probably move over to Natalie's place. She's got a little farm across the road. And because she's not planning on selling that for a year or two, but I'm planning on selling this place around April or March. And it keeps going up in value, and it's my 5th place I bought with cash. So I'm just like good with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'll make myself, 6 figures off that for the last 2 years, and I'm good with that. And my stock trades do the same thing, so I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm poor as shit and all that crap. I'm not going to lie to you.
I am, but that's just me.
I know.
Anyway,
It's
all
not my
right,
fault.
ladies and gentlemen, we have hit. This is actually a really interesting conversation. We will actually, you know what? I think next week I will do a topic on peppers, just because we got a lot of people in here that do grow peppers.
Yep.
So I've got this guy over here grows peppers. He does not, but I got drops down here and myself. So maybe we can get a good pepper topic next week. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Sheriff, Drops, Jason, Colin, Wolf, Grace, Cecilia. What else was
Maybe we'll
it?
get spicy
Denny,
next week.
Ian,
Ian,
Matt?
technically, but yeah, Ian doesn't watch my stuff. Great. Let's see. I feel like I'm missing something. I mean, Howie, he's already gone though.
Wolfie,
I already got him. But ladies
Scott,
and gentlemen,
SD Mountain Man was here.
Scott, and yeah, I forgot about Scott. Oh,
Yeah.
and Blake.
And the ladies, we missed Deb tonight, so
No, and yeah, Deb did not pop in, so she must be super busy this week. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Night,
thank you for
everybody.
joining me tonight. You
Yeah,
all have a
it's
great
all right.
weekend. Be well, be safe. Don't do anything I would do. And we'll catch you guys on Wednesday for that gentleman's live at 7 o'clock. Catch
You
you
have a
all.
good night.
Be well, be safe, and have a good night.
good night, everybody.
With Darcy, and that's what